Hello, my friends, to another edition of Freedom Law School's Freedom Hour. In this presentation, I'll be covering the topic of federal student loans. Why you should have your children avoid getting federal student loans. If you've not been to our website, freedomlawschool.org, you want to go there and be free of IRS fear, which leads to what? Deception, which leads to fear, to be slave and robbed by the IRS. So having said that, many people call me and say, Payman, I don't file and pay income tax, but I want my child to go to get better education, and I'm not rich, so my child needs to get a loan from the bank to go to school guaranteed by the government. But the university wants my tax return for my child to get a loan to be able to borrow and go get a bachelor's degree or another higher degree from the university. What should I do? The answer is simple. Don't have your students, your son or daughter, go to university. They're worthless. Okay? They all have become, for the most part, worthless. Okay? And so I'm going to cover that topic. Why? Now, if you really want to get that loan, despite what I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, your child can tell the university that my parents are refusing to give me that information. And they will get the loan anyways, because they cannot deny someone a loan just because the child happens to be in bad relationship with his or her parents. Maybe the parents are in jail. Maybe parents are dead. Maybe they're terrible people. Maybe you don't even talk to each other. So they'll give a loan anyways, even though at first they pretend that they need the tax return of the parents. But I want to invite you to discourage your child from getting a student loan, because it's not real education to begin with. It's a system where the banks loan out the money, okay, and the government guarantees the loan. So if the student doesn't pay, the bank is sure to get the money directly from the student over the years, or if you default, the government will pay through your pocket, through your income taxes. The system we want to divorce ourselves from. Why do we make ourselves dependent on this corrupt system? No, we don't have to do that at all. And what happens in the process, universities have gotten corrupt. That's right. It's been over 60 years that the federal government has got into the business of guaranteeing bank loans for young people to go attend university. So as a result, since you're not paying, the government is really paying, okay? They're the ones with the money, they're the ones in control, and they're the ones the students please and answer to, not you, the student. The student is just a tool they use to get that money from the government. So universities have become money-making scam for the university system, the management, and the employees. They get high pay, high vacation, they got 10-year retirement, great pension, because it's become a corrupted, comfortable system for them, not you. And they don't teach you anything useful anyhow, for the most part. I'll talk about that now. Let's check this into it, okay? Time magazine even came out and talked about this issue, okay? That you should be able to live a good life without a college degree. And they continue by saying that people with college degrees are often underemployed, taking on jobs that didn't make use of their education. That's right. They're useless. I'm one of them. I got my bachelor's degrees in 1980s in business administration. I could not get even one good job with that bachelor's degree. It's a piece of paper sitting in a drawer. If a bachelor's degree back in the 1980s was useless, the ones today are worse than useless. They're just a chain around your neck. Thank goodness I did not borrow from the government to pay back that loan. Okay? So here it is. A full decade after receiving their bachelor's degree, 45%, almost half, of bachelor's degree holders are working jobs that don't require a college graduations, grad skills. Why are you getting a job? We know that, degree wouldn't help you because degrees don't help you get a job to begin with, for the most part, to begin with. Okay? And here's an article from New York Post. Gen Z grads say their college degrees were a waste of time and money. Yep, it is the truth. This came out April 2025. That is the reality out there, okay? For Gen Z grads facing a mountain of student debt and a job market where college degrees are being outpaced by coding boot camps and chatbot know-how, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But the truth is the truth, folks. And that's what I'm here to share with you, to empower you with the truth. And here's an article from Business Insider that shows from January of 23, okay, till October of 24, okay, about a year and 3 quarters. The green line is postgraduate degrees. They are out of work longer. People with postgraduate degrees, high school degrees, are jobless. That's right. It's hard to get a job with those degrees. They're not good jobs out there. Okay, except in what? Maybe government jobs, some big corporations who want that degree, and like health and psychology, marriage, family counseling, stuff like that. They require that degree. Other than those very specific career-oriented jobs in the corrupt government, corrupt medical system, corrupt psychology system, all that stuff, it just doesn't do any good to get the piece of paper. All right? Now, here's the article continues. In the past 2 years, some 50 companies, foundations, and other recruiters have joined the U.S.-based campaign to tackle an invisible barrier, the paper ceiling of degrees, which is increasingly viewed as unfairly blocking job opportunities for people who did not go to college. Yes, in those occupations I mentioned, it stops you from becoming a lawyer, or a doctor, or registered nurse, or psychologist. What are those type of things? It's a waste, okay, and it's blocking people. Now, LinkedIn has a very good article about your degrees is now obsolete. That's right. Okay? Why education and degrees may no longer matter in the age of artificial intelligence or AI. Published just here, May 2025. Very new article. Okay? And here's what it says. As AI continues to automate routine and even complex tasks, the jobs that remain will require a different set of skills: emotional intelligence, creativity, critical thinking, and the ability to work alongside artificial intelligence. These skills are not easily taught through traditional lectures or to just standard text exams. That's multiple choice, right? They are developed through experience, collaboration, and real-world problem solving that they don't teach you in universities. Let's continue. Okay, for centuries, formal education and academic degrees have served as a cornerstone of professional success and social mobility. From law to medicine to engineering and humanities, the diplomas have been seen as passports to opportunity, signaling expertise and capability. Yep, that's the past. However, with the rapid advancements in artificial intelligence, AI, this paradigm is undergoing profound shifts as intelligent systems increasingly outperform humans and tasks traditionally associated with expertise. The relevance of fallen degrees is being questioned. Yep, it's questioned and becoming more and more irrelevant. Let's continue. In the modern job market, employers are placing increasing emphasis on what candidates can do rather than what diplomas they hold. Absolutely true. At Freedom Law School, I'll look at to see how smart you are. Can you think for yourself? Are you creative? Are you able to read and write and analyze and figure things out for yourself? I'll look at those things. So are most employers. Are you willing to work hard? Do whatever you ask you to do? Or you say, I don't like to do this. I don't like to do that. You know? Come on. People in the third world come to America for jobs, begging anything, and Americans say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Right? So go starve. That's what happens. And these worthless degrees make this situation worse. Here's the student loans in the United States. The amount of loans have gone up quite a bit. The red area you see here, from 2000, 2003 at the bottom left, bottom right, 2024. In 21 years, folks. You see the red area? That's student loans. The big yellow is home loans, home mortgage loans. So the biggest area of growth has been student loans guaranteed by government. It's gone up quite a bit more than anything else. And that's a chain around the neck you cannot take off. You cannot bankrupt even bankrupt the student loans. You can bankrupt taxes, but not student loans. How you like that for a chain and ball and chain around your neck? Right? Now all this goes on because the banks also make money with this thing called fractional reserve banking. Okay? There's a scam of the banks that they take advantage of you and your situation and your child. Okay? Fractional reserve banking is a system in which only a fraction or portion of bank deposits are required to be available for withdrawal. Yeah. Banks just need to keep only a specified amount of cash on hand and can create loans from the money you deposit. They can keep on books maybe 10%, 20%, and lend out the others. They make literally out of money out of thin air because they're supposed to have your money to give to you at any time. But they don't. So literally making money out of thin air. And when you deposit money in your savings account, your bank can use an amount specified as capital to fund loans and pay you for using your money. Yep. So that's why the banks love this. It's an easy way for them to make more money out of thin air by loans, by fraud, and charge interest on a non-existent money. That's what banks do. It's a scam they love. You're serving the banks, universities, and the government by doing this. In this article also, it talks about liquidity. Liquidity is what? Is banks making money out of thin air, loaning money out of thin air. Banks created a huge amount of funding liquidity between 2011 and 22, amounted to an average of $10.7 trillion per year. That's about 57% of the gross domestic product of the United States. That's huge amounts of making money out of thin air and charging interest on this $10+ trillion. The banks love this thing. It serves them. Okay? The real answer is simple. Real education is not taught in these antiquated universities anymore, who are most more woke. Okay? The answer is self-directed learning. Okay? And you, the parents, also can help, okay, and be part of that. There's many benefits to self-directed learning, okay? It's personalized. Students can learn at their own pace, focusing on their interests. And guess what? That's what I did. When I was in the 1980s in the university and I studied business, when I done with my morning classes, I went to the library and I learned about politics of Iran, what's going on out there with the revolution and the West. So I knew a lot that way. What I was interested in, I learned. It related a lot to what I did at Freedom Law School, because I understand how government is corrupt and how you can stand up for freedom, and you should stand up for your freedom. Okay? So your interest makes a big difference. Don't just go for a piece of paper. Okay? So this personalized experience can lead to deeper engagement and more meaningful learning experiences. Freedom Law School is one example of that. Okay? Engagement. When students are interested in what they are learning, they are more engaged and motivated. I just said that to you again in a different way. Initiative. Self-directed learning empowers students to take charge of their education. I read my own books and magazines in their library. As they navigate their learning journeys, they learn to set goals, seek resources, and reflect on their progress. Yep. And skill development. This approach encourages students to think for themselves, which fosters essential life skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, self-regulation. These skills are applicable in a variety of ways in the future endeavors. Like me. When I heard about income tax fraud back in 1992 at age 29, I was able to think from myself, read from myself, analytical thinking, saying, we've been lied to. But most people in university, simply brainwashed. Cannot think for themselves, so they won't. Okay? That's what enabled me to go there. And then I was also thinking, hey, that's a great way to make a living. Tell the truth. Empower people to live free. Some organizations that pay them on sell a program. I said, I'm in. I want to sell freedom. I'm an entrepreneur. That mindset was given to me by my self-study. And your child can do the same if you let him do that. Don't send him to university to get brainwashed by a bunch of woke ideology and environmental nonsense. Okay? And now, also, the confidence. Okay? Students take ownership of their learning and they can better identify and gain confidence in their natural abilities and better preparation for real world life. Self-directed learning enables students to engage with the world and experience real life challenges and solutions. Yes, that's how I came up with Freedom Law School. It was a solution that over time got created because I was able to think for myself. So I learned how to read and study what I was interested in. Now, one more thing I want to say, for those of you who have girls, do not send your girls to college. That's the worst thing you can do for your girls. Why? I'll tell you why. Here's the reality, okay? 1 in 3 record share of young women, adults will never marry. That's one article. Another article says the end of children. Yep. Birth rates are crashing around the world. Should we be worried? Yes. We should be worried. That's right. See, I'll give you guys an example of that. What happened, this article shows in Singapore, okay? In Singapore, the birth rate should be 2.1 babies per woman, okay? To replace the population, keep it the same, okay? In 1960 in Singapore, the birth rate was almost 6. By 85, it brought to 1.6, a rate that threatened to roughly halve its population in 2 generations. And what's the number one cause of that? We're having our young girls, instead of getting married like they used to in their late teens and maybe early 20s, they're going to go to college to get so-called educated. No, they get brainwashed, woke into environmental and earth cooling and warming nonsense and become socialists, communists. because that's what universities produce. They become feminist, so anti-man, anti-white, anti-God, all that brings, and anti-marriage. So rather than getting married, they go through a series of sexual partners, aka boyfriends, and they just compare boyfriends to one to another, and they get to be over age 25, age 30. It's a little too late to marriage now, because men prefer younger women. That's just the way we are, right? So now they get a job with that degree. Even worse, they're stuck. Okay, so we're having less children. I met an Indian couple about 7 years ago. The man paid over $500,000 for his daughter to go become a medical doctor. It's expensive. At the same time, she got married, got pregnant. Uh-oh, I gotta make a choice. Take care of the baby or career. She made the right choice. She chose the baby and dumped that career, because men cannot have children. The woman can have children. If the women don't have children, have careers instead, we're going to die as a people. I got relatives who have no children. You do too. They go extinct. That will happen to humanity. So don't send your girls to university, except maybe to go find a good young man, maybe a few years older, okay, that went through some degree, some work, to get married, to find a good husband. Really, because that's what they are. That's what young people are, okay? Now, generally, I say 5 to 10 years is better for the men to prove themselves before they marry. Women marry younger, but that's another topic. Bottom line is, your girls should be the last ones, okay? Focus on them having children, having lots of children, and prosper, because remember, it's common sense. As well as the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. When I was a kid, okay, and everybody knew, I knew, you're strong, you're smart, you have lots of kids. You're weak, you don't. I know it kind of feels hurtful to say that, but it's true. Folks, the strong survive. And so-called university education is the worst thing you can do to your daughters. Your sons even could do better. Lots of alternative things are out there. They could educate themselves. Okay? So in this world that's changing, so stay away from those student loans. If they go get a scholarship, okay, fine. Maybe then perhaps. But don't get the loan. Don't put the rope around your neck. So many students are right now trapped, and for decades, the loans will haunt them, and they wish they had not taken those loans, that they were duped into thinking that's the best thing to do. So with that, go to freedomlawschool.org. Educate yourself that you don't have to be a slave. You don't have to pay income tax. American people in the 50 states don't have to do that. Share it with them, our website. Text them, email them, freedomlawschool.org. And remember, together, we can join hands and have you be free, have America be a free country again. And thank you for being with me. I'll be back with you next Tuesday night. Okay, I'm here to answer your questions and talk about other topics as well as necessary. This was off topic, but it was a topic that many people had shown interest in over the years, and I never addressed it. So I thought, well, let me handle it now in summertime, where we have less callers. Okay, we have some people's questions in written format. I'll get to those guys after the calls. I got questions from Gary, and I will answer. Also, I got questions from David and Jack. All right, but let's go to the people who are calling in. We have a call from area code 801, another one from area code 904, followed by area code 415, and then 615. 9 area code caller. We have 2 more. Area code 906 and 904. All right? Every one of you, either one area code caller, before you ask your question, please give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please. 801 area code caller, you are next. Are you there? Area code 801 caller, 801 area, are you there? Okay. 801 area code caller, we cannot hear you. Something wrong with the connection, probably try again. Fix the connection issue, please. 904 area code caller, please give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please. Okay, we have a sound problem here. Looks like 2 people in a row. It might be our end. Let's see if we can fix that, guys. I think it may be ours. So hang on in there. We'll address that. By the way, at the age of higher education, let me add a few more comments while we work on the sound problem issue. You know, coming from Iran, I've noticed this, the threats to American society are one of the biggest threats is working now? Okay. Let's see. I don't see a numbers on the screen. You got it? Okay, it's coming right now. You know, the founding, here we go. All right, let's try again. 904 area caller, are you there? 904 area code. Please announce yourself. No, I don't hear 904 area code. Let's go back to, no, you'll try that. So why they fix the problem, I'm going to tell you something else. I found out over the years that they want to destroy anybody in America that looks, thinks, acts like America's founding fathers. Who's that? Straight, white males who believe in God, probably Christian. If you're one of those guys, you're the enemy according to people who want to destroy you. If you're opposite of that, you're great. You're not white, good start. You're not man, even better. You're not straight, great. Right? Okay? So you don't believe in God? You think we just die? Folks, believe me, we are created by our Creator in heavens, and we eventually will go back in heaven one day. Okay? We're not these bodies we see. Okay? From a baby to old man, it's not the body, it's the spirit inside who we are. But on your own, you may have to discover that on your own, perhaps. But anyhow, the thing is, that's why they're promoting feminism in the 60s. The men, you know, should support a woman being like a man, have education like a man, get a doctor, have a job or business like a man. And that destroys family. Who's going to have and raise the children? Think about that. If a woman is a doctor or a lawyer or a politician, how is she going to do a good job at that and serve the needs of the children also properly? You can't. So we got to fight this, trying to make women like men. It's not feminism. It's making masculine out of women. That's right. They use the opposite. They lie to you. Okay? Is it working now? Let's try one more time. 904, you could call her. Can you hear me? Announce yourself, please. No, don't hear that. Let's go to area code 415, area code caller. See if the problem may be on their end. See if we can fix it. 415, area code caller. Please announce yourself. Okay. I don't hear him either. Okay. So I tell you what, I'm going to take the questions on paper, okay? And while these guys try to work on a sound issue, what's going on there, I'm going to take these questions and I'll come back to the the live questions. Okay, maybe you have to call John. He might have a suggestion. Okay, I got an email from Jack. Okay, Jack, are you there, my friend? Okay, he's got a California problem. He moved to Texas, and California Franchise Tax Board claims he owes them $707. Okay, guess what, Jack? You are no longer in the Communist Republic of California. So the country of California cannot touch you in the country of Texas. America is not a country. We are 50 countries in a union. California, Texas, Florida, they're all countries within the union. Just like Germany, France, and Italy are countries within the European Union. Nobody would question that France and Germany are countries, but they delegated certain powers to the union government, European Union, like immigration issues. Okay? The money issue, they gave that to that federal government. Same thing in America. The states in America are countries. Okay? So, country of California can't take your money in the country of Texas. So you find you're good. Don't worry about it. Okay? Let's go to the next caller we have right now. Question we have here. Let's see. This is from David. Okay. And it says, are you able to forward the attached screenshot from my other email of the exact wording and agreement being questioned to pay him on in time for tomorrow's show? Well, what's the question? Email. Adherence to laws and ordinances. Okay, this printout he has here, okay, you can see it. It says, adherence to laws and ordinances. Many cities and counties have laws regulating certain home-based businesses. In most cases, these ordinances do not apply to ISRs because of nature of business. Don't know what that is. However, ISRs must check with the local laws and obey the laws that do apply to them. In Marketplace Global, ISR shall comply with all federal, state, provincial, and local laws and regulations in the conduct of their marketplace business. I don't know what they're talking about. Compliance with applicable income tax laws. Marketplace Global, this is a company you're talking about. Marketplace Global will automatically provide a complete 1099 miscellaneous and 10 form to each U.S. ISR. Earnings for the year is at least $600. It's just somebody want to 1099 you, my friend. That's all it is. There's nothing about this thing special. There's a company you want to work with, maybe multi-level marketing, ISR, who's going to 1099 you to the IRS, and you're responsible to pay your taxes. That's what they're saying. That's all there is here. There's nothing more than, my friend, okay? So, they're 1099 you. The IRS doesn't use us 1099s usually anyways. Okay? Let's go to Gary in Minnesota, who sent me this long email about this document. The document from the IRS is only a few pages, maybe 6 pages, that claims he owes them over $11,000 as of April 2025 for 2019. And they say, we recently contacted you about your past due 2019 taxes. You must pay your balance. Well, so based upon this, you have an existing balance of taxes you owe. Most likely, over 90% of the time, you were deceived into signing a 1040 income tax confession form, confessing that you owe the IRS money, and based upon that confession form, the IRS now says you have a balance of $11,000 you got to pay. There's nothing I can do about that. All I can do for you is to educate you to no longer sign those 1040 confession forms, no longer confess that you owe the IRS money. Go to our website, freedomlawschool.org, okay? And if you stop the employer from stealing money out of your paycheck, go under rights and free yourself from tax withholding. There it is. The third item under rights, free yourself from tax withholding. Do that. Stop withholding. Stop paying. Stop confessing that you owe the IRS money. All right? Okay, so that was the 3 people with questions on paper, up to 10 pages. I'll review and answer at no charge on the Freedom Hour. So with that, let's go back to our callers. I apologize for the sound issue we had, my friends. We're going to get to work and do it right. We'll start for area code 904 caller first. 904 area code caller, please give me your first name, how you heard about us, and then your question.
Yes, it's the telephone number. My name is Carolyn. Telephone number is 904-468-9550.
I got it. Don't give up your private information.
You got it. Okay, good.
Just how'd you hear about us and your question, Carolyn?
I have a question. So we're a small business. My husband's collecting early Social Security because he was mandated the clot shot and refused it and was fired. I'm calling to try to find out, with this small business, we have a job potential, but they want to file 1099. So is that something that'll put me up on the radar, accepting that job?
No.
Because of the 1099?
No. Remember, Carolyn, if you go to our website, okay, freedomlawschool.org, okay, go to the homepage. If you take the 7 steps to free yourself of virus, deception, fear, robbery, and slavery, in step 3, I talk about the fact that IRS doesn't use those 1099s and W-2s. The IRS operates on bluff. They make you believe that they use those W-2s and 1099s to create cases to come up to non-filers. They do that in an extremely small number of cases. They operate on bluff. If you want to be safe, not to worry about that small chance also, you can join our Restore Freedom Plan, and we'll protect you 100% from IRS attacks. And we will reimburse you in case IRS comes after you for money. So you have nothing to worry about. Just go get that job.
Okay.
And be prosperous.
Go get that job and free myself. Okay. The early Social Security, my other question is, he's on early Social Security, and that sort of like monitors your, I guess, last year, I guess they looked at our 1040 and said we were a couple of bucks above the number that you're not allowed to go above because you're claiming early. Now this year I didn't file, and I'm not, and I'm joining your group. But how do I handle Social Security? Is there something? I did look up, and it did say it does not require me to file a 1040. But how do they monitor what I'm making?
If you don't file, they don't know. If you don't file that confession form, Carolyn, they do not know about you anything. You self-report.
Okay.
If you stop that, you're free.
Got it. All right, loving it. Okay, you answered my questions. I have one more for you. Mm-hmm. My daughter wants to join. She did not pay. She got a new job. Is she to fill out a form so they don't start pulling money out of her paycheck? How do you handle that? Again,
that's on our website. I just announced it. Go to freedomlawschool.org. On the top center right, on the right, on that menu, is free yourself from tax withholding. It's free. We show you for free how to do it. Free instruction. Okay. The form is there for free on video, audio. I show you exactly how to do it. And when she joins like you, we'll guide her with that process one-on-one as well as needed as well. Very simple.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling. By the way, how'd you hear about us, by the way, Carolyn?
Stu Peters.
Oh, very good. Good old Stu. Very
Yes.
good. Yeah, he does a
Yep,
very
good
job.
old Stu.
Yep. Good old Stu. Thank you for calling, Carolyn.
After all these. All right, thanks.
You're
Appreciate
welcome. You're welcome. He's still at it. Yes.
Take care.
We have now area
What?
code.
Oh.
Any other questions, Carolyn? You're good?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm good. Good. You.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Let's go to the 415 area code caller. Please give me your first name, my friend. I heard about us. And then your question, please.
Hi, welcome back, Mr. Paymon. We kind of missed you. I hope you had a really relaxing vacation.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be back. How may I help you?
Yeah, I am.
What's your name?
Yeah, I am the first printout that you read out. I'm Jack from Texas. I just have a couple of questions. Actually, first of all, I heard from you from Stu Peter, and I met you a couple years ago in Florida in one of your conferences. So that was wonderful.
Very good. Very good. Glad we met. And how may I help you, Jack?
Yes. Well, I sent you the California Franchise Tax Board letter saying that they want to levy some of my assets. And I moved to Texas, so I don't really have any assets in California. So my question is, can they send a collection agency after me and collect something in Texas? And how do I deal with it when they do call me?
I guess I did not make myself very clear. The answer is no. California is as foreign to Texas as Russia, Iran, China, Egypt, or Germany are to each other. They have no power within the other country's lands. Okay?
Understood. Okay. And my second question is, I see that there is a growing penalty and interest on these notices. Should I pay any attention to those, or should I just kind of go ahead and trash those?
File 13 them. Trash them. Yeah, they're junk. They cannot do anything to you. They cannot touch you.
Great.
If you got no bank account, no bank that has a branch in California, no pension in California, no real estate in California, they get nothing in California, what can they do? Any more than you owe country Egypt something, and Egypt, when it comes after you, in Texas. What could the Egyptians do in Texas?
Okay. So my main concern is, do I become a felon, and do they have to go to court and extradite me to California?
A felon? Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. For less than $1,000? They never come after you a criminal in California. Doesn't do that. They got such a strong money civil enforcement hammer. It's much cheaper than criminal. Criminal cases are very expensive. No, you'll be fine.
Thank you very much, Paymon, and thank you so much for answering my questions. And I hope you have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Listen, go be prosperous, my friend, and tell other people about Freedom Law School. That's the best you can do to thank me, my friend, okay? Bless someone else with the news of truth and freedom.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bless you.
God bless you, my friend. Area code 619, caller. You are next. Please give me your first name. I heard about Freedom Law School. And then your question, please.
Well, this is Clay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Clay. Go ahead.
Okay. So I heard about Freedom Law School initially from someone that works for you, and I may have been the impetus that had led you to start advertising on Stu Peters. I'm not sure, because I told him about Peters and that you could be on there and you get a big audience. So I may have been instrumental in that. But this is what I want to ask, okay?
Okay.
So I'm not able. I was renewing my passport, and I go to India and other countries several times a year. I was denied based on them saying, the IRS said when I was trying to renew it, that I had tax delinquency, quote, end quote, tax delinquency. Then I went to another site, which is a state national group that says, okay, just do what this guy tells you on a state national basis. Your parents were not born under the United States corporation. They renounced their citizenship. I did it exactly the way they said to fill out the passport application again. Again, I was denied based on, quote, tax delinquency. Mm-hmm. So I did speak to one of your representatives, and he doesn't know the answer, what I can do. There was one procedure that was telling me how you can use your birth certificate to travel internationally along with an identification, but you need all these type of authentications to be able to do that. But what I would like to do is expedite this. Do you have any suggestions what I can do to get a passport, renew my passport?
I do not have an answer for you with a guarantee. And I'm sorry you wasted your money on these baseless legal theories. That's like almost garbage, useless, as you found out didn't work. Let me ask you a couple of questions first. For what year? How much you owe the IRS? And did you file in those years with the IRS 1040 or not?
Just a second. Can you turn that down? Gee, I can't hear. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so the question is, okay, so I have not filed taxes for 20 years. So that's what was so confusing. But I heard the earlier part of this broadcast, you said something, if I signed a 1040 form or a W-2 form in one of my appointments, then they can say that I owe them the taxes. Possibly I did something like that. But I haven't filed in 20 years.
How much the IRS pays you owe them? For what year?
They said over the phone, based on some outsourced, India or Philippines or whatever, I'm talking to the person, that it was from 2012 and something like $22,000. And then I asked them to send me the specific year and how much did they say I owe. Well, they wouldn't send it to me. All they keep sending me is letters that say I'm tax delinquent, I should call the IRS, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So
hold on, Clay, hold on. I may be able to help you, but I need to get more information from you before I give a definite answer. So I need to see any and all paperwork you have with the IRS and talk to you in private consultation for 30 or 60 minutes to evaluate your situation and see what you can do perhaps. This is old years, 2012, I could probably help you with that. Okay. Also, this is a small amount, $22,000. They should not be doing this to you for $22,000. But you may owe them more than that. The person on the phone may have lied to you. I don't know. But I can't tell you for sure until we talk. So go to our website, okay, and go on Get Help on the top left. Click on that. On consultation, you want to do one-on-one consultation with me. Do that, and we can go over this situation specifically. Let me ask you: is this important to you? Is it worth it for you to spend some money on it or not? There's no free, simple answer. You have to go to court. I have to charge you. You have to become a student of mine as a Restore Freedom Plan member. Pay extra, then I can work on this. Otherwise, don't waste your money. I don't want to take your money. Okay? Because it doesn't matter to you.
Well, I'm being honest when I tell you that I've gone through a bunch of health issues, surgeries, and things like that. I'm on Social Security right now. I do not have any employment to be able to spend.
Stop right there.
Although I would.
Then skip it. Skip it. Don't worry about it. Take care of your health. Who cares about your passport being taken away? In sickness, you're not going to be traveling across the world anyways. Take care of your health and don't worry about that. So what? You can travel in all the 50 states, no problem. America's a continent. All as big as Europe. If you take out Russia out of Europe, America's bigger than Europe. So don't worry about it. Okay, anything else?
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to ask, and the representative on the phone had told me that you do not approve or endorse becoming a state national. Are there any benefits to becoming a state national, to renouncing our citizenship in the United States corporation and reclaiming our constitutional rights? Is what they basically say. And I'm not saying that you need to drive down the road without a license or without insurance. I wouldn't do that. I would stay on the grid with that.
Hold on.
Is there any advantage to becoming a state national?
I'll tell you, you are already a state national. You already have your God-given rights, guaranteed by the Constitution. You don't need to do anything else. There's no U.S. corporation that was created after the War of the States in the 1860s. All those theories here are a bunch of garbage, baseless nonsense. You are free as you are. Now, as a citizen of your state, U.S. citizen and state national all at the same time. Okay? Stop saying the patriot mythology garbage. I did it back in the early 1990s, over 30 years ago. So congratulations. You got to Freedom Law School finally. I don't know, you refer someone to me, but you never checked out Freedom Law School itself. Go to our website. At the homepage, you're at home. Take the 7 steps to free yourself of IRS, deception, fear, robbery, and slavery. Okay? And watch the videos there. Read there, and that's all you need to do. It's all there for you, my friend. Forget about all that patriot mythology, toothless Easter Bunny theories you heard about. All right, Clay?
I thank you so much. God bless you, David. I really admire you.
And get out of California. Why live in that expensive place? Get out of that convict place.
Well,
Yes?
I'm not in California right now. I'm in Utah. But the thing is, that's my home state where I was born. That's where I'm a state national. Yeah.
Good for you. Congratulations. You did the right thing, my friend. Good for you. Very good. I'm glad to hear that.
You.
All right, you're welcome, my friend. Okay, we got 906 area code caller, 904 area code caller, and also that call from area code 407, I think. Let me check. Yes, you have also one from 407 after the other callers. Okay? 906 area code caller, give me your first name, how you heard about us, then your question, please.
Hello, my name is David. I heard about you in Brighteon about 3 years ago, and my question is that paper that you didn't understand, somehow there was a mix-up on there, but it refers down to letter B as in boy at the bottom of the page.
Uh-huh.
Where it says that if I choose to be an independent sales representative, I accept sole responsibility for and agree to pay all federal blah, 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 blah taxes on any income generated. But then letter C below that, it says if an independent sales representative's business is tax exempt, you just have to send in the federal tax ID number in writing and you're good to go. So, I was going to send in the W-4 employee withholding exemption that I put to my, current employer 3 years ago, and that's been working great. But this seems like a different situation where, we're both independent contractors. There's no partnership. There's no employment relationship. What do I do to free myself of that part of this agreement?
There's nothing to be free of. You're not an employee. You're an independent contractor. You're a 1099-U.
Well,
and all this says, hold on, all it says is that any taxes you owe them, not them. That's it. That's all it says. You read too much into this thing. All they say is that any taxes owed by you, not them. That's it.
Right. Well, but they say I'm supposed to report whatever income is generated by this if I decide to go with it. You know.
No, it doesn't say those words.
It doesn't say that.
Not those words you said.
Okay.
You just accept sole responsibility for and agree to pay all federal, state, provincial, and local taxes on the income generated as a contractor as applicable by law. As applicable by law. For example, there is no province you live at. Canada's provinces, not America.
Yep.
So it doesn't apply to you. And your income is not taxable either. So you're fine. It's not a big deal. Go make money. Go sign up and make money with these guys. Okay?
Just ignore it.
Yep, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm not sure how to answer.
Sign the paper, agree to the contract, and go on with it, make money.
Okay, and then don't worry about it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not being dishonest or anything like that.
No, you're fine.
Okay, thank you so much, Payman.
You're welcome. My pleasure, David.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got 904. Area code caller, please give me your first name, how you heard about us, and then your question, please.
My name is. Hello, Heyman. My name is Keith. I have a question concerning when you're applying for a loan for a house or for an automobile. They ask you to provide your income tax records, and if you don't file your income tax, then how do you prove your income to the bank for a loan?
How did you hear about Freedom Law School?
Oh, Stu Peters.
Okay, very good. I did a video on this issue on our website. These are the frequently asked questions, guys, on the home loan issue. Let me see. I think we have that on our website under educational, under frequently asked questions. I think we have a video on this topic. And I know I do have it in our stuff. I covered that. Let me see, because we got to put that on there. It's a very common question that comes up about this loan issue, driver license. Let me see if I have it here. Yeah, there it is. I do. Here we go. How do I buy a home without a tax return? Okay. You don't need a tax return. Now, do you get a conventional preferred low interest loans? Yes, they want that tax return. But you can get private money loan or hard money loan that way. So, and bottom line is that all those options are fully explained in this video. Watch this video on our frequently asked questions. How to buy a home without a tax return. And a car, you don't need that either. They might charge you a higher interest rate, but they don't want that. They want you to put bigger down payments. The more down payment you put down, the less they need income verification. It's that simple. Okay?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Appreciate it.
You're welcome, my friend.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, huh?
Okay.
Okay, let's put the number on the screen for people who have questions. We have one more caller to take, but if you have a question, this is your time to add yourself to a list of people with questions. The number to call is 424-552-1299, and then you press 1 on your keypad. 424-552-1299, and you press 1 on your keypad to be next. Get your question answered after the 407 area code caller. 407 caller, give me your first name, how you heard about us, and then your question, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, this is Andres from Florida. Heard about you probably just from research. Probably been like 1 or 2 years just online researching like tax, filing for tax and all that stuff.
Okay. And how may I help you, Andres?
I was gonna ask the same exact thing. The home loans. I was talking to some family members, and they mentioned that they always ask for tax returns. So you say you have that home loan video. I haven't seen. Have to look at that. And then, so besides that, for home loans, if your main income is, I have a business, LLC, and your main income is your business. Would that work as like showing proof of income for, I guess, applying for home loan?
Look, it's been that way for over 40 years that I know of. I was in the loan business back in the early 80s, home loan business. They gave self-employed loans all the time with bank deposits. And other people too. Your bank deposits from your business is good enough. They use 30% of that typically as how much loan you can, monthly payment you can afford. Okay? Go watch my video on that topic in more detail. There it is, under frequently asked questions on our website, under educational, under frequently asked questions. There are the videos right there. Okay? If you can't find it, call my office. And make sure my people in the office, guys, everybody, they all know this. We gotta make sure everybody knows that video. Okay? All right, any other question?
Gotcha. And then, so I was applying for business, like business funding, and they also asked for like past 2 years tax return. Luckily I did have 23, 24. I sent them that, but for like a business funding or like business credit cards, how do we go about that when like the bank asks for tax returns or applying for business funding, business credit cards?
Have you stop filing income tax? Save your money, invest your money in your business. That's a benefit of not paying income tax. You have more money to invest of your own, but you cannot borrow as easily. There's a trade-off. Slavery and freedom have both benefits and drawbacks. Which would you rather be? Save, invest on your own, borrow from a private party, pay my interest rate, or be a slave and let the government take 35% of your money from you every year. There's no free both-way answer sometimes. Okay?
Gotcha. All right, then. Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. I'm not a magician, folks. I give you honest, truthful answer to the situation as it exists. Okay? All right, with that, I think we're done with, except one more caller from area code 262 who's waiting to get their question answered. 262 caller, area code, give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Oh, that must be me. This is Diana again from last week. I'm from California. That's how I know you, from California.
Okay. Yes, Diana.
Okay, this is my question really quick. If someone's on Social Security disability, am I obligated at all to file any type of tax returns?
No.
And
no.
How would I ever acquire property?
You buy it. What do you mean? It's a very big, vague question. Like, how do I find a husband? You know, could you be more specific, please?
Okay.
You buy it like everybody else. What do you mean, how do I buy property?
Well, if somebody is on Social Security disability,
okay,
and they want to purchase a home, and they're only allotting you so much per month, there's nothing left over to even put down on a house, let alone make a payment.
Right. You cannot afford to buy a home, period. I agree.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
The only way I know is this. You become a Restore Freedom Plan member, the minimum membership of $2,000 a year, put $500 down payment. Call us. We'll mail you or Restore Freedom brochures all you want. That they show people how no law requires 99% of Americans to file and pay income and pay all taxes. You go to find your supermarket in the area, the nice ones, and pass it out. Talk to people. Hey, income tax freedom is right here. No law requires you to file and pay income tax. Just talk. People join. With that, we'll pay off your membership and send you cash in the mail. 500. No, 1,000 is the minimum you get paid. 10,000, 100,000, you make money. And you can afford a home.
Okay, we'll see.
And you can text people, email people on social media. Talk about us, refer them to us. We want to work with you. Mm-hmm. We're going to partner with you, Diana. How old are you, Diana?
Gosh, do I have to tell you?
You don't have to. I don't know you.
Okay. All right. I'm 54.
Okay. You sound good. I'm 62. So, whether it's on crutches, wheelchair, or standing out, go out there and have fun, Diana. Love people. I know you love the truth. Go talk to them and laugh. Yes, have a great, nice smile. Go laugh. Seriously. Hey, let's be free. Not to file income tax. People will look at you.
I can't laugh.
What?
I was going to say I can't laugh very, wide because my teeth are falling out.
So what? Okay? I got teeth problems
I know.
too. Okay? I
know. It's all about the love of Christ. I know. Yes.
Just love people with open heart. Enough percentage of people will come to you for the truth. The rest are incumbent full of fear. They'll walk away. Sorry. Can't help you if you're afraid of the truth. If you're afraid to hear the truth, and it might change your mind.
Right.
But there are more people like you out there looking for you to love them with the truth. That's what I did. Back in 92, I started with this stuff. Do the same thing, you have fun at it. And I love your smile. Okay?
Okay, my dear.
Anything else?
You take good care.
Thank you, Dana.
Say hello to everybody.
Baba, are you disability, like physically disabled? You say like on the crutches? What happened?
I was working at FedEx as a package handler, and I got injured. The box of 50, anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds. No, actually 50 pounds. An avalanche of boxes almost severed my leg, and I got hit in the head with a box, which caused a traumatic brain injury.
So you got brain injuries. Is that the main thing?
I got a brain injury, and then I have injuries to my leg. My right leg got almost knocked off, ripped out of my socket.
Go see
It happened while I was working at FedEx.
Okay. Go see a myofascial release specialist or a rolfer, ROLFER. They can probably help you to some degree. Okay? These are natural body work people
really?
to put your body back into integrity. That's what they do. See if they will help you.
I'll look into that. Thank you for that suggestion. I really appreciate all you do.
You're welcome. Call my office if you forget about those. They'll tell you about those things, okay?
I'll call your office to get the information on those people.
The Rolf thing is ROLFING, Rolf.org is the website, I think. Find a local practitioner. And myofascial release, I forgot the website for that, but you'll find it online very easily.
Okay.
Okay? All right,
okay, I'll call your people.
Okay.
Okay, God be with you.
God with you as well. Take care. Okay, we got some questions online. Kelly Fry says, IRS sent me 2 letters for not filing what I should do. ignore the IRS and educate yourself at freedomlawschool.org. Those letters are toothless. The next ones may not be. Join Restore Freedom Plan for peace of mind if you want. Very simple. Okay? Dave Johnson says, San Diego, is that a question? No. Was it pretty much good? No. Okay. Nobody with any more questions, guys, out there on the live chat? Nobody with questions on the live chat? Okay. All right. Let's see. Do you have any more people on the line? We're waiting to get the question answered. I think that is it. Right. Okay. All right.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you, Dana. Take care. Guys, thank you for being with me. I appreciate, love you. And I want you to know I want you to be a free, prosperous man or woman. I want your family to be free in peace and harmony. But I cannot do that for you. You got to choose to take the time to go to our website, freedomlawschool.org, and listen and watch our videos, the 7 steps to free yourself of IRS deception, fear, robbery, and slavery. Okay? You do that, and you'll tell other people. You'll be prosperous, you'll be free, you have more peace, harmony, and joy. So do that, and at the same time we work together to have more Americans know this and be a free country once again. Thank you for being with me.